Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. In the previous episode, we finished up the 2042-2043 regular season, and as you can see right there, we went 46, 26, and 10, which is one of our worst records ever. Straight up, we were not the best team. We're not the same team without Jeffery Woodworth leading the way. We had a lot of really awesome players on this team. I just think we got good too late into the season for I would say half the season, maybe even over half the season. We weren't playing up to standards. We were in a wild card spot, sometimes even out of a playoff spot, which is scary, especially for this franchise who's only missed the playoffs, I think, 3 times in this entire franchise mode? 2 times, maybe. 2 times. Yeah, 2 times we've missed the playoffs. So, we got close a few times. There were some rough losses. There were some rough wins. But we're here in the Stanley Cup playoffs in our second last season of this franchise mode. Now, let me remind you first, before we get on with this episode, there is a link in the description below. I want you to go to the straw poll and vote for the next team I will be taking on in my next franchise mode series. There's plenty of teams on there that you can choose from. Personally, I want to go with a Western team, Minnesota maybe. Minnesota looks like they're leading the vote right now, so that's kind of cool. I'm excited for it. I'm almost done the rosters. Now, I did say yesterday that I put out a video alongside it explaining some things for the next franchise mode, but I was up until 4:30 in the morning uploading yesterday's video because I decided to go out because I'm stupid. But I got the video up because we ain't missing a day 24/7. Ooh yeah, baby. But a video, I swear, Owen, you're listening to this in the future. I want you to make sure the other video goes up. It's important because we gotta start the next franchise mode here soon. It's gonna be great, baby. I'm so excited. But first, we have to get through the Stanley Cup playoffs. Currently, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Let's check out the regular season stats. I didn't go too in-depth. Johnny Depp. I didn't go too in-depth this at the end of last episode because it was pretty long. 53 minutes is a pretty long episode for me, but as you can see right there, we didn't even win first place in our division. Second place in the Metro is kind of weird for us. Only 102 points. We were definitely not the greatest of teams, but the weird thing is we had a fantastic power play and a fantastic penalty kill. 82% is above average, easily, especially in our own division. It's best in our division, probably one of the best in the league. But a 35 power play, a 35 percentage on the power play is crazy. Now, I think our goals against hurt us. It wasn't even one of the worst ones in the league. Our goals for was one of the best. We were a solid team, but the San Jose Sharks were that much better. Buffalo, I believe their best player led the league in points, 100-something points. He was really good, so I'm scared of him. I'm scared of a few teams, but I think this team is bred for the playoffs. Now, we'll talk about it. I'm going to go more in depth. Regular season, how I feel about everybody. Now, it is the second last season. I feel kind of heartbroken that this game doesn't allow me to go farther in this franchise mode. See guys like Lindstrom, Friesen, Mironov get older. They'll be 25. Like, it sucks. Lindstrom will only be 22, 23 when this ends. It sucks, but it happens, okay? MP3, 107 points, 44 goals, his best season ever, and I think you can chalk that up to me playing him twice on the power play. Now, he needs to go out there and produce, and he had the ability to do that. Playing twice on the power play, he went out there, put up crazy number. 41 points is double what he usually has. Yeah, crazy good season for him. I'm proud of him. Potential future captain of this team. I'm not sure because Savoie might end it this year as well. I'm hoping he doesn't. I'm hoping he goes out next year. Ends the franchise mode as the captain of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Marcus Lindstrom, in his sophomore season, 82 points, 47 goals. This guy, if only this was 5 years ago, this guy is crazy. He's already jumped up. Like, I haven't seen production like that. Even from Jeffery Woodworth. Jeffery Woodworth took a long, 5 seasons to get to that point per game clip. He's done it in 164 games. Right? That is awesome. He is going to be a special player. If only we could play more than 25 years NHL. Come on. I know. Me playing offline, I've never gone this far. This is the farthest I've ever gotten with any franchise mode ever. And I think it's because I've forced myself to do not forced myself to do this series, but I've enjoyed it, trust me. The vacation there for a bit really got me going, and I'm really happy to be doing this again. But what was I saying? I literally have no idea what I'm saying. Cool. But Lindstrom, great rookie season from him. Okay, not rookie season, sophomore season. Oh, and we're off to such a fantastic start. Yuri Kovalev hit 30 goals. He was more of a playmaker this year, which is strange. 216 shots, less than he usually has. He has a 99 wrist shot and slap shot accuracy, 5 stars easily. He played 19 minutes, which is more than he got in the last 2 seasons. Okay. Yeah, way less shots. I guess because Lindstrom I guess Savoie and Prohorken were just tearing the league apart, so I can't be too upset. They all performed really well, but I'm expecting in the playoffs that he shows up. Bobby Friesen, you know what? 69 points, nice. Wish he hit 70, but 69 is almost better. 88 overall, 23 years of age. Sucks that I'm not going to see this guy grow into a dynamite player. 69 points is his best season yet. He took a dip off last season. I was expecting this season last year. Man, he has not been the player I was totally expecting, but he came out, he was good this season for us. He moved to the wing this year. Mironov moved up into that second line role, 28 goals, 2 less than he had last year, but a pretty good season nonetheless as the reigning Calder Cup winner. Or Calder Trophy, sorry. Curtis Morgan, you know what? There was some shenaniganery going on last episode. We hired a new coach 2 episodes ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got a bunch of new players. Maybe this isn't the right system for us anymore. And we started off really bad, and I'm like, okay, let's go check out the coaches. And Kompaka was still there. I'm really glad we got him back. I don't know why I fired him. I know we only have 2 more years left. I would be thinking more critically if there was a few more years left in this franchise mode. But Curtis Morgan, once we got the offensive head coach back, he turned it around. His plus-minus went through the roof. 51 points. I'm expecting big things from him in the playoffs. Kilo Fallon had an off season, but you know what? 35 years of age. He's not getting any better. 1,291 points. Hopefully he stays on for another year so we can hit 1,300. He's not the best player we've ever had, but he reminds me of Pierre-Luc Dubois. He's always going to be a solid player up until the very end. I appreciate his work. Only 14 goals, though, which is strange. Hugo Bergeron also turned it around when we got our head coach back. Curtis Morgan and him turned it around. They were struggling off the start of the season. Now, well, it looks rough. Ola Silverberg, Matt Goring, Murphy especially, and Rodriguez. I think overall their stats got better once we got a new head coach. We started winning more games, which gave us a better chance to win, to score more goals. Grayson Murphy was a minus 18 for the longest time, so going down to a minus 12, or going up, I guess. He slowly turned it around. Not the best of seasons, but I'm expecting for them to shut it down during the playoffs. Okay, defenseman. Abel Carlos, don't care what you say. AC getting it done this season. You know what? Not his best season, though. 87 overall. He's not really that old. He's in his prime of his career. 47 points. I guess we just weren't the offensive powerhouse we were. We didn't win as many games, so overall we didn't get as many chances to score goals because we weren't in the position to. But not a bad season at all from him. Almost 500 points from him. He'll be a great defenseman. He is a great defenseman, but if we were to see the end of his career, he would be one of the best defensemen ever. Walker Farmer, 23 points. Not bad. Mikko Jarvin with the exact same, plus minus 14, so we weren't the best defensive team all around this year. Usually Mikko is a plus 60 dude. Legit, you can look back, he's always a plus 40, 50 guy. And I guess those were in our prime years, but especially last year, plus 67 is crazy. But I know going to the playoffs, he's going to help us shut it down. Luke Wheeler did dip off a bit, but he scored more goals. He wasn't as good on the power play. I guess we didn't roll him as much on the power play, but overall he played more time. Over 100 minutes more, right? So it's hard to be mad. Obviously, I want him to do better. He reminds me of Abel Carlos, because Abel Carlos didn't take that jump until 24, 25 years of age, so they look like very similar players. Matthias Wiklund, who I was surprised did this well. You can see his stats. His offensive awareness isn't the best. His shooting category isn't the best. His puck skills are okay. His skating is trash. His physicality is really good. Durability is not great, though. He had a decent rookie season, and that's exactly what I need going to the playoffs. Lindstrom wasn't terrible. Obviously, going to the playoffs, you don't see a lot of really awesome defensive cores anymore, so having an all-around really solid D core is going to help us tremendously, and that's why we went back-to-back. Now, the biggest thing to happen last episode, Vyacheslav Kavanov won game number 692, which passed the Hall of Famer Martin Brodeur for most wins in NHL history by a goaltender. Just crazy. He is the best of all time. 7 Stanley Cups, 8 Vezinas, 10 William M. Jennings. He's one of the best ever. He is the best to do it. Sorry. He is the absolute best, and there's no doubt in my mind about that. 33 wins is off, but that's a question that I've been debating. Do we go with Bryce Barch? He's the better overall. He gives us the better chance to win. It's hard because he didn't do great last time in the playoffs. I mean, Cleveland, he wasn't great with Cleveland. Because I can't ever recall playing him in the NHL playoffs. But Kavanov, it's hard. I think for the first few games we're going to go with Kavanov, and if he struggles, we'll go with Barch. I think we have a really good tandem, so either way we should be okay. We are a solid team. I'm not sure how Carolina fares this year, but I do want to see how the entire league shaped up. I know Josh Paul, that was his name, like a very mediocre, very white name. Josh Paul, 94 overall for the Buffalo Sabres, drafted 2nd overall almost a decade ago. He's an absolute machine. He's an absolute machine. 38 goals, 89 assists, 127 points. We faced him in the playoffs before. I'm hoping we don't see him in the postseason. If we have to, we will have to. But hockey gods, be fair to us. Laxo was really good. Kruger was really good. A lot of these guys were really fantastic. Pro Horkin put his name into the hat, trying to win in Art Ross. But there were too many really awesome players in the league this year, one of them being Bryson Higgins from the Vancouver Canucks, a guy that kind of was not under my radar for the majority of this franchise mode. 32, so he's been in the league for quite a bit. 644 career goals. He's a perennial 40 goal scorer. He's only scored less than 30 once in his entire NHL career. So he is a perennial 40 goal scorer. Like, what an absolute machine. I'm scared of him, for sure. Defenseman, who led in that category? It's personal. No, it's going to go to Mankari. He has so many less penalty minutes than Urstorf from Montreal. He has one less point, and his plus-minus is better. It'll go to him easy. Another Norris Trophy for Tom Mankari. Now, rookie skaters. Looks like it's going to go to... It'll go to Bernard Lalime just because he has more goals in less games. I think it will probably go to him. Carolina churning out a lot of Calder winners in previous years. Kind of funny. Goaltenders, it's going to be former Blue Jacket and Max Gerber. 46 wins, 20 losses, 1 OT loss, 5 shutouts, and a .909 save percentage. He was good. Philly, congratulations. You were first in the Metro, if I am not mistaken. But we are playing the Carolina Hurricanes, who just kind of limped into the playoffs. 3-7-0 in their last 10. We were 8-0-2. Haven't lost in regulation in over 10. So I want to see it. Oh, that's edit line. Sorry, wrong. Oh, right. I got to fix... Right, he should be back for the first game. Okay, he is back. Ooh, sorry, I had a bit of a stroke there. So I'm like, Ola, what am I looking at there? Ola Silverberg, get out of the lineup. I'm sorry you got so bad. I'm so sorry. Matthew Savoie is back. That's what I like to see. So let's go to view lines. Let's see how Carolina shapes up here in 2043. There are no real players left except Matthew Savoie and like a few other guys that are actual human beings. So Carolina. Yes, we have faced them in years past. I believe last year and the year before that. Okay, they have the potential Calder winner in Bernard Lalime. 22 years of age, top 6 potential. Two-way forward, so he... Okay. Cheap player. Okay. But let's start at the top. Jim Mckinley, 34 years of age. He's the vet there on the top line. Looks like he's a sniper. 35 goals, 91 points. I get it. Then you got Brody Kerslake, 91 overall. 88 points, so that first line looks really solid. And you got the young guy in arm right, Stanton. Emrit? I'm not sure. Emrit? Arm right. Emrit. Stanton. 81 points, 44 goals. Yeah, that first line is dynamic. I see why they're here in the playoffs. It looks like they've kind of been dragged here by their first line. Second line is obviously the potential Calder winner and Bernard Lalime. Then you got Glenn Fitzmaurice, 29 years of age. Also another solid player. Their wingers are pretty good in the top 6. Then you got Rickard Tikkanen. Yeah, so you got older players here like, Fitzmaurice, McKinley, and Tikkanen. But the old guys can still do it. Third line, you got Anthony Desoriers. 84 overall, 30 years of age, another older guy. Not bad. Caden Irving. And then you got... Okay, let's see. Rickard Serenheimo. Sure. Fourth line, you got Alex Sestito, you got McIver, and you got Amido. Overall, that offense is really solid. Their first and second lines are... I think that's why they're here. But defense, I'm intrigued. Okay, they got Tommy Martikanen, 84 overall. Oh, their defense is a lot better than what I've seen in years past. Okay, he's healthy, but he was just injured, so okay. Maddox Anthony, Denisov, Stamkos, Bernards, and Suminen. That is a really solid decor. That's going to give us a little bit of a shake just because we've had tougher times from worse defenses in the past. Right? So I think that might be a big reason why they're here in the playoffs. A solid decor is going to get you places. Defense wins championships, but who is their goaltender? It is... Looks like it's Rich Subban. We faced him in the past. Okay. Rich Subban. Okay, solid goaltender, solid defense. I get it. Scratch players are Devin and Artem Dadonov. I'm surprised he's not actually in the lineup. Healthy scratch? You could find a place for him. Okay. I get why they're here. I also understand why they wouldn't... I understand why they would have limped here. 3-7-0 in their last 10. They don't have any momentum on their side, but we do, and we are looking to three-peat, and I'm hoping we can. Would that not be awesome for the first time in this franchise mode's history? We can do it. We are the team to do it. Here we go. First game, round number 1 against the Carolina Hurricanes. First period. Yikes. Okay, Bryce Barch is actually in net. I totally forgot about that. That's on me, folks. Lalime scores early. Friesen ties it up. Dadonov, they put him in the lineup, and Lalime, potential Calder winner. He's gonna win the Calder easy. I think he'll take it home. 13 shots in their favor. Okay, not a great period. You got to pull Barch after that. That's kind of my fault. Terrible game from him. He is not seasoned in the playoffs. Second period. Can we get it close? We got it close. Matt Goring and Hugo Bergeron scored 2 straight to tie the game, but Desaurier breaks the lead, or breaks the tie. Breaks the lead. What am I smoking? With 3 minutes left, so Bryce Barch, I'm kind of regretting it. This one might be on me. Lindstrom scores, tying the game. If Kavanagh would have been here, it might have been a different story. Bryce Barch lets in a quick one. That sucks. Taking the air out of the building. Can we get a quick one here to tie the game? Force OT potentially. Curtis Morgan. I've faced him plenty of times in the postseason, and he comes up clutch for us, and we head to overtime now. We lead in shots now, 38-34 in our favor. Curtis Morgan ties it late into the third period. It's kind of been old Carolina this game. I don't trust Bryce Barch. I'm going with Kavanagh next game despite the finish. Overtime. Come on. Game number 1 victory. Come on. Power play for Carolina. We end it. The captain, Matthew Savoie, 14-20. That is the timestamp. They didn't get one shot. They didn't get one shot in that OT frame. So Bryce Barch did not have to face anything at all. A tough victory, but a W is a W. A win is a win is a win. And I will take that. Marcus Lindstrom actually leads in points. It was a rough win, but it was a win nonetheless. Now, I'm going with Vyacheslav Kavanagh because I can do what I want. This is my franchise mode. Yeah. Bryce Barch, you were bad. You did get the victory. You didn't have to face any shots in that OT. See, what if you faced 1 or 2? This series could be different at this point. So I'm going to go to turn off auto-rotate goalies. Okay, nope. Auto-save is off. Okay, good. Okay, auto-rotate goalies is off. So Kavanagh is the man at this moment. We got to trust him. He just broke Martin Brodeur's record. Hopefully he can come into game number 2 here and get a 2-0 series lead for us. First period. It's 3-1 Blue Jackets, scoring 3 straight. Lindstrom in his sophomore season after a 47-goal campaign. He is lighting it up in the playoffs so far. Curtis Morgan on the power play, and the captain, Matthew Savoie, making it 3-1. We double them up in shots. Mckinley scores pretty late, making it a game. This game is not over. Second period. It's 5-1. Grayson Murphy makes it 4-1. MP3 on the power play. They pull Rich Subban. Marcus Lindstrom pots his second of the evening. Tikkanen scores on the power play, but you just close out this one. Just close it out. That's all you really got to do. Just close this one out. Easy peasy lemon for breezy. Walk away with the W. Walk away with 2 straight in Columbus. Matt Goring on the 4th line gets it done. That is a W for the Columbus Blue Jackets in game number 2. So Kavanaugh was not bad. A 900 save percentage for him. 22 shots, 2 goals. I believe that's 900. I'll take it. Heading to Carolina, PNC Arena. AHL regular season is over, and they're in the playoffs. Good for them. Marcus Lindstrom has been good. After a poor postseason last year, he has flipped the switch. See, they won 47 games in the regular season. He had 47 goals. Huh? Starting to connect the dots. Okay. Here we go. Unbeaten in 10. Or unbeaten in regulation in 10. First period. 0-0. An early power play. We storm them in shots, 16-5. But it is a 0-0 game. Second period. 1-0 Carolina. Dadonov on the power play. Tough one to give up there. 24-13 in our favor. Okay, Kavanaugh, you got to be better. Offense, you got to pick it up here in the third. Do not get shut out. I swear to God. Third period. Here we go. Can we get an early one to tie this thing up? I know we can. I believe in this team. Who's their goalie right now? Is it Rich Subban, or are they going with their backup? Power play for Carolina. Dadonov scores his 2nd of the evening. That is going to be the dagger. That is going to be a hard hill to climb. Can we get anything? Are they going to shut us out in game number 3? Oh, that is a big, big no-no, Columbus. If you're going down, go down swinging. Rich Subban with a 35-save shutout. Dadonov was the only man on the score sheet. Yeah. You could have given the first star to anybody on their team. So they cut the series lead in half. I just said we weren't beating regulation in the last 10. So, or 12, I guess. Yeah, it would have been 12. But we're still here in Carolina. Can we make a dent on their home ice? Here we go. First period. 1 goal, Curtis Morgan. Not a lot of goal scoring here in Carolina. They've seen a total of 3 goals. Okay. Shots are in our favor, 13-8. Second period. 3-0. The floodgates have opened. Marcus Lindstrom again, and the captain yet again. 1:43 left in the second. That is a dagger. 3-0 is the score. Shots are in our favor, 28-12. Come on, third period. Power play early for Carolina. We kill it off. I don't want to say anything. I really don't. Halfway through the third already. Can we take a stranglehold on the Carolina Hurricanes on their home ice? Mckinley scores late. 5 minutes remaining, it looks like. I don't want to say anything too quickly. We will take game number 4 in Carolina. Shots are in our favor, 35-27. But you know what's most important? We outscored them, because that's how you win games. Vyacheslav Kavanaugh with the first star. He almost got the shutout. Too bad. Good performance there from the boys. I'm expecting more scoring. I'm expecting games like game number 2. Okay, because we are an offensive powerhouse. We need to dismantle them. Our depth is so much better than theirs. We should be ripping them apart. We should be. It's 3-1 in the series. Here we go, back on home ice. Let's end this series in 5. Don't give them any hope. First period. 0-0. Shots are in their favor. 13-9. Kavanaugh wasn't bad, but I don't want to give him too much credit. Second period. 1-0 Carolina. Really looking like game number 3. Kerslake scores. Shots are in our favor now, 24-21. Okay, boys. Just end the series. Come up clutch. No need to head back to Carolina. Just end this. Somebody score. Come on, Columbus. And Dadonov scores. The dagger in game number 3. He scores yet again in this series. Power play for Carolina. Do something. Bobby Friesen halfway through the third. That we got a game here, boys. Come on, Columbus. Anything at all. Anything. Come on, late. Can we get a goal? Power play late. And we cannot do it. Okay. They have some magic here in Carolina. First star goes to Subban. Kavanagh was not bad. Not much more you can do. Your offense has to show up in some capacity, man. They're giving us a bit of a fight here. Carolina. Okay. Okay. Game number 6. First period. 2-0 Lindstrom, and then Pro-Horkin with a minute remaining in the first period. That is what I'm talking about. Shots are in our favor, 14-8. That is a big way to start the game, but we have 40 minutes left. Second period. Okay, exactly. That's exactly what I said. Lindstrom on the board. Yet again, his second of the evening. When he scores in pairs. Then Stanton and Mckinley back-to-back. And they're heading into the third period with the power play. Who? Kovalev, you tool. With 3 seconds left? Really? You know what? I haven't seen your name at all. Dude, show up. Third period. Come on. They tie it. God damn it, Columbus. Really? Power play week? No, man. Don't do this. McKinley score. Is that the hat trick for him? Power play for Columbus. They kill it off. Can we tie this thing? Come on. Somebody show up. Irving scores. Kavanagh, man. Lindstrom late. Fitzmaurice right back at it. Rough game. Rough game. I didn't even look at the 3-star. Viklin's hurt. Head coach replaces player. That's rough. That is rough. We should have had this series in the palm of our hand. We did, and we blew it. We don't have the leadership of Jeffery Woodworth anymore. What am I thinking? No. Do we go something like that? I'll do that. That works for me. Sure. I'll do that. Because we have not been doing very well this series, I'm not going to lie. We've been... Yeah, Wheeler down there. Okay. Kavanagh, man. Talking to you. I gotta go with my gut. I gotta go with Kavanagh. I have to trust the man that just broke one of the biggest records in all time. In all of sports. A game number 7 in the first round. The first year without Jeffery Woodworth in a very, very long time. This is our first ever playoff series without him. We're not faring very well. We had the series and we didn't close it out. Rough performances from each end of the ice. Game number 7. I didn't change up much, but will it be enough to tilt it in our favor? First period. Come on. Can we get a few quick ones? Come on. I mean, weren't we up 2-0 in the last game when we blew it? Power play early for Carolina. Kill it off halfway through the first. Can we get one? They are storming in shots. Goal for Bobby Friesen. He showed up. That is an important goal for the Blue Jackets. We finished the first period of play with the advantage. Shots are in their favor, but we get the most important goal. The first one, obviously. Okay. Second period. Come on. Columbus. Power player. McKinley again. You gotta stop them. Who's taking... Don't do that. Don't do this. Why is Bryce Barch in the game? Why is Bryce... Okay, Kovalev scored. God damn it, Columbus. Really? 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 You're going to go and do that? You're gonna go and do that. You're really gonna go and do that? Really? Why is Bryce Barch in net? Why is he in net? EA, explain yourselves, EA. I didn't hit best lines. I didn't do any of that. Auto-rotate goalies is off, and Kavanagh started the last game. So let me connect the dots here. Kavanagh should be in net. I am disgusted. We have our backs against the wall in game number 7, facing elimination. I mean, both teams are facing elimination, but you know what I mean. It's over. We don't have any momentum. Bryce Barch crapped the bed. Kavanagh should have been in the net. I am severely disappointed with our effort. Mironov late. Fitzmaurice right away. Bryce Barch, screw you. You're gone. You're gone. Screw you. Screw you, EA. Really? Really? Oh, okay, let me show you real quick. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you real quick. Come on. Oh, what is this? What is this bull crap? Explain that to me, man. He didn't get hurt. He wasn't even pulled. Was he pulled in that game? This is ridiculous. What a terrible way. What a terrible season all around. I am severely disappointed. I miss you so much, Jeffery Woodworth.